Can Zeke deke again? It's a coach. This is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. What? 90.
Here's a give to Fournette. And now running right through it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 85 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Let's go.
A handoff to Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
A first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big... Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Room past the 20. He's still T.J. Yeldon. 30, past the 20, touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the...
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough, he's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin in the AFC. Baltimore paying a visit to Nashville to take on Tennessee. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Rashard Matthews, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 27-13 was the final. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 24-13, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw here. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll set up to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost.
Here we go.
And now there could be a letdown because they didn't.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the thrower. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lee. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come on, let's go!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Let's go! White, 90!
He'll look to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat. To throw now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this. 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Stays on his feet. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now because a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie as the Jags come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Niles Paul, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They're going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Jacksonville, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,